Okay, well, it is the first meeting of July. So before we talk about our content today, why don't we just go around the virtual room here and share what our business goals are this month? So, Steve, why don't we start
Yep.
with you? What do you want to accomplish this
Business
month?
goals. Okay. Since I've been putting a lot more time with the agency. So I've had less on my own brand, but I've been working on my my hero's journey, and it seems like it will start off as like a little post, but it just turned into like I just got really into it. So I want to complete that, and then I want to do something with it. That, and then also the thing I'm working with you on, building my list, my email list. So I want to accomplish that. I want to get those.
When you say building your hero's journey, can you describe that a little bit?
Oh, just you know, you know how there's the hero's journey, like every good movie goes by this formula, right?
Yeah.
And the formula starts with the mundane life, and it goes into the denial,
the call to adventure.
Yeah, the call to adventure, then the denial, then the ordeal, and then the going to the cave. So there's like 12 of them. So I started going by that, and then I got really into it. Like I've never really tried to figure out my hero's journey in a formula like that, and it's actually coming out pretty good. I don't know what to do with it. It's kind of long, but I figured I'd be able to use it for something, even if it's the beginning of my book. I don't know.
I can tell you, you'll be able to use that for a lot of stuff, because
I think so.
Many years ago, I did the prior learning assessment when I went back to college for some courses. And the prior learning assessment was what the indigenous people they were doing it for them, really, because there was so much low credited education, if you will, that they started to say, okay, what are your life skills? What have you learned, and how is it applied to today? And so that process was amazing. I was in the first class that they did. And so a bit of a pioneer. And the way it was done at that time was that you were to sit and write your life story from the time that you started contributing to society. And they said, well, that's usually 18, 20, you know. And I said, no, I started when I was 5. I had to stand up and sing and entertain. You know, I was really part of the community from 5. So I wrote, and as I was just writing my life story, with the sad things, the good things, everything. I mean, sometimes you'd get stopped and have to just sit for a week or two and just kind of cry your way through it and let it all settle in.
Yeah.
But when it was finished, what you had was your story. Then you had a chart to make. What was your experience? What did you learn? And what's the transferable skill in there? And it's an amazing process. It changed my life. They've watered it down a lot now. They don't get in as deep, and it's a shame, because that's another thing I would love to do with people. It's kind of what I do anyhow.
Nice. Wow, that sounds like that changed your life.
It did. So your hero's journey is going to be wonderful. Just write your story.
Okay, yeah.
Don't worry, it'll be useful in all little pockets and pieces.
Okay, all right, I will. Because it's taking me 3 weeks already.
Well, I have to write my life story now too. So I just got introduced yesterday to the notepad, I think, here in office. And so you can just talk it and it'll write it. But if you want a period, you have to say period. So I just want to start with that. So it'll be already typed. Then I have to go in and just clean it up and start.
There you go.
One time we went to some cheesy movie in the theater, and I was reading about the hero's journey, and I pulled up the format on my phone, and I go, this is the call to adventure. Okay. And I was just going, I was just following it. My wife was so annoyed. She's like, stop it.
You ruin it. Don't ruin the movie.
Yeah.
But they're all the same.
Yeah. So Steve, you said, give me a SMART goal, something a little more tangible, a little bit more measurable, like with your stuff. Hey, Ray, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Ray.
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Ray. What's up?
Let's see. So, more tangible, I guess.
like by the, okay, I gotta look at the calendar. By X date, by July 31st, I will have my newsletter landing page live, and I will have 6 emails based on my hero's journey written. I don't know. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but like something a little more tangible.
Are we talking about SMART goals this morning?
Oh, we're just talking about our July business goals, and I'm challenging Steve to refine kind of what he just said.
Yeah, I will have my hero's journey complete by July 31st and published.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know. I have like 1 day to work on it per week, so that's like I have 4 days, maybe 3 days.
I mean, that's okay. Just baby steps.
Yeah, it's got to be baby steps right now.
Yeah,
it's something. It's something.
Yep.
July business goals from Elevate Copywriting Services Incorporated, LLC.
But just because I'm not very great at public speaking, I feel like this is kind of public speaking. It's like, but I will have my email template, loss leader, ready by July 31st to build my email list. My other goals are being more active on social media. I feel like that's something that I very much neglect, which is surprising for a 28-year-old. You'd think I like social media, but I really don't. So yeah, those are kind of my goals. I think the big thing for me is to kind of niche down in my copywriting. Caleb, I know you and I spoke about maybe thinking about direct response copywriting, marketing and whatnot. Like email. I'm not sure. I'm kind of like thinking about that. And the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. So yeah, just kind of a lot to think about and like organize my thoughts. I think that's a big one. I'm gonna write that down. So yeah, those are my goals.
Cool. All right. Good. Nice.
Hey, Caleb.
What's up, Ray? Yeah.
Just because she said something about organizing, and I don't think it was this group that we was talking about the acronym POEM. Well, it wasn't this group, was it?
I don't remember that.
Remind me.
So last time that I was on, I gave an acronym of it spells out POEM. And basically what it means is you plan, you organize, you implement, and then you measure.
Okay.
So you come out with a plan,
I do remember that.
frameworks. Yeah, you come out with a frameworks, then you organize it, how the flow is gonna go, step by step of how the flow is gonna go, what you want in there, implement it or execute it, and then you measure those results to see if they're aligned with your SMART goal, your idea about what you wanted that the outcome to be. And then tweak it if necessary.
Okay.
Great formula.
That's good. So plan, organize, execute, measure.
Yeah,
right?
I wrote it down. Yep. That's good.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Good, Ephra. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sandra, what about you?
Well, I'm really excited because this Speak Up with Confidence is where I finally have landed. Instead of trying to figure out, okay, I can teach communication. Communication is such a broad word that I am now speak up, show up, stand up, which I
Shut up.
Then don't shut up.
What I do is when I'm talking to somebody and teaching them about how they're going to speak, like if you don't know what you're talking about, do everybody a favor and sit down. If you don't care what you're talking about, do everyone a favor, shut up and sit down. So those are your two things. You better know what you're talking about and care about what you're talking about, and then get over yourself so you're communicating with your audience. Yeah. So yes, I have just completed, I have to polish it yet, but I have written out my 6 sessions in my class, which is Speak Up with Confidence. And hopefully it'll be up and running by the end of the month. And of course, when I run it, I want a maximum of 10, 12 people. But if 2 or 3 people show up, I'm going to still have to run it because that's the name of the game. And it will be 500 US for the 6 sessions. So I'm just filling out the rest of, like, I'll have an hour a week where I'm available to sitting on Zoom. If they want to come in and ask questions or get some work done, they can do that. I'll just be available instead of me chasing them. It'll be responsible for them to chase, not chase me, but here's where I will be. And then we're just looking at what else. So I would probably, as a bonus, give them each 1 hour in that 6 weeks somewhere for a one-on-one to advance. So hopefully out of that, we're covering a lot of material, but at the basic level. So out of that, that's where I would upsell either into an advanced course if they wanted to the lower price, so that they could have the advanced course for maybe $1,000 instead, with more bonuses in there. Or if they wanted to work one-on-one, because so many times people are getting passed over for promotions because they don't know how to speak up and be themselves, and they haven't got their confidence in themselves. So
there's your hook.
That sounds
There's
like
your hook right
me.
there.
All that, I could relate to all that. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what I need to work on. That's what I need to work on. I feel like, Sandra, I feel like I know, like when I talk about copywriting, I know what it is, right? Like I could do copywriting, but like articulating myself with people is really difficult because I feel like my anxiety gets in the way, and it kind of interferes with my ability to really like articulate what I have to say. And like, I don't know, I feel like maybe that's more of like a healthcare professional thing, but really no therapist or medication has ever helped with my anxiety. Like I realized the only thing that really helps is meditation. And like, I don't know, it's just like this one thing that I just can't seem to get over it, is like really speaking to people about something that
yeah, so that to me is also what you would get over working with, because as you have practice and you actually craft your words and get over yourself, I call it like, just get over yourself. You're worrying about me here instead of caring about how I am and who I am and how you're going to word my copyright so it's coming from me. So you're in your own way, and you don't need to be.
Nice.
So that's my thing I'm up to. I've got the 6 sessions made out, and then I realized I need a workbook to go with it. So I've created the workbook and have to polish that up as well.
You've frozen Daphra. You just
Oh, there she
Goes
is.
Afra.
The camera was frozen.
Were you able to
said
hear
you're-
in
for a second.
Were you able
You
to
said
hear
you're in
when
your
we're
own
both-
way, and then you're like,
No.
I just said that with anxiety, that's one of the things you would get over
Okay.
in working in the stuff that I do, because you would learn that you're being anxious because you think you're not worthy.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
That is.
I know, that's
yeah.
what it is. And that's just messing with yourself. So if you want to serve me as a copywriter, you need to get out of yourself and go into my head and know who I am and speak
Oh my
in my language.
gosh.
Yeah, that's what you need to do, because you're not the hero. We go back to Steve talking. He's talking about the hero's journey. In your work, you're just doing the copyright. You're the servant. I'm the hero if you're doing my copy.
Yeah.
And so since you're not the hero, you don't have to show up anyway. You don't need to be anxious, because you need to just love me, know me, speak for me.
I love
And
that.
that means you step out of your own body and into mine.
That seems like it makes it easier.
Beautiful.
That's powerful.
when does your class start there,
Like
Sandra?
Yeah.
remove myself out of the situation. Like I hate to use this word on myself, but like stop being so self-absorbed. I feel like the world revolves around me sometimes, and that kind of interferes with my ability to like cultivate relationships with like people.
And it does 98%. So the one way to get over yourself is to realize nobody else gives a shit about you, because we're 98% wrapped up in ourselves, just like you are. We're only looking at the 2%.
I get it.
Yeah, you keep
Because we're
breaking
doing
up.
what
I
do
don't know
we
what's
want
wrong
out
with my
of this? If
connection.
I'm going to have you as a copywriter, what do I want? I'm the hero. I want the 98%, because that's where I am. We're not even paying attention to you as long as you produce.
That's true. Yeah. My internet connection is really not very good today. Yeah.
I'll shut up here now. I'd like to hear from you.
You
Thank
watch the
Sandra.
recording.
Really.
You get the recording after that.
When does your class start, Sandra?
That I will be figuring out during the rest of the month.
Oh, that's the goal. Sorry, I've got lost in all that. Okay.
Caleb's already taking the class. He's
Right.
front row. He's front
All right.
row.
Well, Afro, we're gonna make sure you're in that class. Okay.
Okay,
So,
all right. That would be
Okay.
awesome.
all right. Yeah.
Heavy.
Perfect. All right. Showtime. 60-second. What's your July goal?
I'm kind of testing a new offer right now. Okay, I just read something on scaling. So it is like simplicity scales and complexity fails. So I just realized in my funnel agency, I'm not able to make things simpler. I have to look at copy, design, tech, integrations, and a lot of things. So I'm testing an offer for local businesses. This time it's going to be ads, Facebook ads, simple lead gen ads. And I was supposed to discuss with you, Caleb. We'll have a meeting on this one day. Because I read this quote, very powerful by Bruce Lee. It says
Like
that,
Bruce Lee.
yeah, I'm not afraid of the man who has practiced 10,000 kick uh, once, but I'm afraid of the man who has practiced one kick 10,000
1,000 times.
times.
That's right.
Yeah, so I want something in my agency where I can just plug and play, wherein I know, suppose like lead gen, I studied a lot on lead gen and I realized that once you have a good local business niche, you can make crazy amount of money, man. And I look forward to have a meeting with you, Caleb, on this, because funnel agency will be on. It is on. Things are going good. But I'm working with coaches. They are not less tech savvy, like the local businesses. They know what they're doing because they're already digital entrepreneurs. So they will ask you 100 questions. But when it is local businesses, you can kind of have a say. You can have an upper hand, So yeah. So I look forward, Caleb, to talk to you on this matter.
Yeah, please. Please.
Yeah.
So what's your goal?
My goal is
Shoaib?
to connect with 10 kitchen and remodeling companies. That is my niche right now. Kitchen and bathroom remodeling companies, and offer them a free trial for 10 days. That is my offer right now. That is my client acquisition plan, wherein if I can show them results, free trial, 10 days free trial. If I can show them results, that's when I bring in the agreement and things like that. So,
Nice. Cool.
yeah. So, yeah, let's see. I just want to test this right now. No harm in testing. So, yeah.
All right, great.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Well, send me a message. Let's talk.
Yeah, let's talk, Caleb, please, because you are one of the best connections I've made in US, frankly speaking, sitting here in India. And I can see how I can leverage that, how you can guide me also, because you know pretty much in depth about the local businesses and stuff, So,
I know
yeah.
Ray Curry, so
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we worked with also this kitchen cabinets person. I don't know, I forgot the name. Countertops.
3D countertops.
Yeah. So you'll have good experience. I will talk on this more.
Hey, let's talk also. Showtime. Give me your calendar or something.
Sorry.
Ray Curry, what's your Sorry, moving on. Chat privately. Yeah. Ray, what's your July goal here?
Oh, my July goal. My July goal right now is to finish setting up, I guess, my syndicated program for, I guess, just like the previous guy, I actually have a direct line to local businesses. But instead of me approaching one-on-one local businesses, I'm looking at working more with chambers of commerce and business solution specialists that work at vocational centers. So not only am I helping, I guess, helping keep current like chamber of commerce relevant, but I'm also going to allow them to help them serve their clients a little bit better.
Okay. So what's the tangible goal associated with that?
The tangible goal, I would have to say to lease, like I have, my program is maybe I don't know, 70% complete. I took a back step because I started looking exactly about what chambers of commerce needs, what they're already providing compared to what I can actually implement in their system to help them out. So I want to say it's basically outreach and putting together a PowerPoint presentation and start booking demos and start getting on their calendar.
So how many are you going to outreach to?
How many? Let's see. In Oklahoma right now, there's 70 counties, approximately, I don't know, well over 300 in my area. So I say at least 15 to 20 a week.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
I said at least 15 to 20 a week.
There we go. Now we got some numbers. Love it. Nice. Now, I heard this acronym is called POM. It's plan, organize, execute, and measure. So just implement that.
Yes. Yes.
Don't you hate when that comes back at you?
I don't know where you got that from, but that is incredible.
Yeah.
Pretty smart, right?
Must have been a genius, got it.
Man, that guy was spitting bars. Man. Okay. And Sandra, I appreciate the morning throat punch this morning. That was on time. I needed to hear everything you just said this morning.
Well, thank you. I'm not sure what I punched you with, but there you go.
Oh, yeah. Hashtag throat punch. That's I'm going to get on my shirt. Hashtag throat punch.
In the morning.
Hey, Sarah.
Sarah, good morning, Sarah.
Just in time. Just in time to be put on the spot. So what's your July business goal? We've been going around it's first meeting of July. We want something actionable, measurable.
It is two things. One is to run a live masterclass workshop. So kind of reinventing what I've done before and seeing if I can get some more people signed up this time. So that's one thing. And also I'm almost finished my funnel, which is to get people to sign up for a checklist. And then I'm offering them like a template, like a low price template and a training. So I'm just testing that as a funnel to see if that works. So my goal is to get that launched imminently.
Cool.
So I suppose the overall goal is increasing visibility.
I like the overall goal. That's not very measurable. So what's the action steps to increase the visibility? So it would be to
run the workshop, promote the funnel. And the other thing I really need to do, which I keep procrastinating on, is being more visible online. So both in my group and in other groups. So I keep not doing it, whereas I know that's what I need to do.
I know that social media thing. It's hard doing social media when you're just trying to work and produce that whole thing. So I don't know. I preach it in a sense, but then again, I haven't quite figured it out. So
it's hard to be consistent. That's what I find. When you've got time, then you can post something. But when you're busy, it's really hard to sometimes to think of the content and then get around to actually putting the post together and then posting it out there. So I need to find a more a better way of doing it.
What's on top of your mind right now?
Sorry, Sandra, what's on top of my mind?
What's on top of your mind right now?
In terms of a topic that I was thinking of posting about, it's why emails matter.
All right, that's all you need to know.
Right. Okay.
I don't know if you've connected with me on Facebook, but if you you'll see. Eh?
I'll find you. I don't know if we are connected. I'll find you.
Yes, but I have a private group and I can't change it from private to anything else. But I do a 5-minute reflection every day. I do it Monday to Friday, and I've been doing it since January 15 of 21.
Wow, well done.
So about a year and a half. And the one time that I was in the house and it was 8 o'clock at night. Shit, I didn't do that. I went out here and I did it so I wouldn't break it. And I look forward to it. And it's whatever is top of mind for the day. So you can talk for 5 minutes. I don't want to listen to you for 10 and 15. 3, 4 minutes if you can cut it that small. But just go on and do your little thing and I put a little thingy, a little reading in there first so that I know what I'm going to use. That sets my mind, and I do my 3 or 4 minute, 5 minute reflection. And all of you are welcome to connect up and take a look in and see how I do my lives. Because we just all have to get over ourselves and friggin' get on with serving people.
We got to speak up with confidence.
You got to speak up.
We do.
We're just going to call you Throat Punch Sandra. That's your name now. We got Showtime.
Throat
We got
punch.
Throat Punch.
You mean none of that was compassionate straight talk? It was pretty straight. Wasn't it?
Amazing. You're
A
waking
throat
up
punch
people
can
today.
be compassionate, you know?
Yeah,
Compassionate
I
throat
knew it
punch.
was love. My intention is right.
Like, I love you. Punch in the throat.
I love you. Come on, you can do it.
Says
Okay.
tattoo love.
All right.
Tattoo love right here. Boom.
Cool. All right. Well, awesome. My goal now, it's all about me. 98% all about me, right, Sandra? Okay. So my SMART goal is
Don't
that
choke.
I want to finish my Mastermind member acquisition funnel that comes in from a lead magnet that has comes in just from a free lead magnet to a short presentation, a little mini webinar, and then I keep going back and forth on like what the call to action is on that webinar. I think I need to get some money out of people at that point, like just a low ticket offer, which I've already created. I've just haven't used. And then ultimately I make a presentation for the Mastermind membership. So
Amazing.
I need to get that live. I've been stuck in my head.
Was
Just
it
back and
here
forth.
that was the Profit Entrepreneur? You guys introduced me to Profit Entrepreneur.
Mhm. I don't know.
He does the little ebooks, just the 68-page book, which is sold for $5.99 or free or whatever. So that's
Peaceful Profits.
Peaceful Profits. Yes, Peaceful Profits. That did come from here. Take a look back at them and just do it.
Yeah, I just need to do it. I just need to throat punch myself and be like,
Yeah.
Caleb, just
I
get
feel you,
something
Caleb.
live.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Caleb, if you want me to have a look at it, because do you know what I find? I find it really easy to do other people's stuff and really hard to do my own.
Thank
So if
you.
you'd like
I
me
would
to have a
love
look at it,
I would
love
some
to look through
consulting,
it.
Sarah, please.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to
'cause
do
I
that
don't
with you.
I don't know why. It's just being a strategist, I over innovate my own ideas. And then what you were saying, Showtime, was really challenging me. Like the simplicity scales, complexity fails. And I'm like, that's me. That's totally me right now. And I'm just
Paralysis
I
from
can do
analysis.
everything and then thinking I can do and so I'm not that I can do everything, but there's a lot I can do in digital marketing. And I just get frozen. It's like,
So
what
do
I wanna
I.
focus on?
Exactly.
So do I. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Okay,
Yeah, let's book in a
that's
time
fine.
and I'll go through it.
You
with
tell me what to do. I'll tell you what to do, and then we'll both
we'll
know
do
what
it.
to do.
Why don't you take one of these sessions and just say, okay, go through everybody and what it is, write down your sentence in your own, give us 5 minutes right here, start writing automatically and come back and see what's written and you're going to be amazed.
We start with
Okay.
simplicity. Sorry to interrupt. Last one point, what I want to say is we start with simplicity in mind, but we get tangled in the complexity, and somehow we feel that where am I? What am I doing?
Yeah.
So many a times we need to throw the garbage out, a lot of garbage. On my PC, there were so many things. I just cleaned it up today. Making mental clarity is very important. Yeah. So
Absolutely. Agreed.
That's it. That's it.
yeah. So
we're gonna just have a throat punch session, and we're just
Really.
5 minutes to like talk about all the spider webs in our brain, and Sandra's gonna go whack, and then Sarah's gonna go smack, and then we're gonna have so much
Get
clarity.
it done.
Exactly. Caleb, I
Caleb.
forgot to mention. Caleb, there's one goal which you forgot to mention. I think about the portfolio you wanted to create this month. Portfolio.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very
So
important.
And I'm happy to
that's-
facilitate that if you want to do it sometime. Let me know. You'll go through and do the introduction and then hand it over to me just to facilitate that little experiment. And I'll be happy to do that.
That'd be great. Welcome back, Afra. Okay. All right. So my tangible goal is I'm going to get that thing live. I don't even care if it sucks or it's ugly or if it's not complete, but it's going to be live. Okay. And it's going to be simple. All right. So, and clear, because I want, you know, I want this mastermind to be like a very diverse, you know, large group, right? So we can all feed off each other and learn from each other and also collectively move forward. So anyway, hey, this has been great. Kind of took a little longer than I expected, but that's okay. We're just rolling with it. So today I just want to touch briefly on the hook of my email, which I sent out. And did anyone read my little teaser email?
I think I didn't get it yet. Didn't get it yet.
What? Gosh, see, this is the problem with email. No one opens it anymore. Okay. I'll just pull it open.
Spider Monkey?
Yeah. All right, you want to read that for us, Steve?
Yeah. The Spider Monkey approach to email follow-up. Says, hey, from Caleb from FunnelFlow Mastermind here. What's the key to getting your ideal customer to actually take action after you've captured their email address? The Spider Monkey communication tactics, and it's got a
monkey on a cell phone.
Yeah, monkey on an old cell phone. Yeah, flip phone. Gift. Yeah, tomorrow at FunnelFlow Mastermind, I'm going to show you how to drastically increase your email open and responsive rate by implementing a little known Spider Monkey tactic. Register for the Zoom webinar below, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, PS, reply back with your July business goals. Oops, that's why I didn't have this.
Yeah, so, okay. I forgot I wrote that PS statement. So what we just talked about today, reply back to that email, find my email, reply back to it. And then you'll be entered to win this month's special prize giveaway, and you'll actually see what it is in the email. So that's your teaser to read my email. Maddie, please turn that down, sweetie. Okay, so Spider Monkey follow-up. Okay, what's the idea of a Spider Monkey? I had this kind of like idea in my mind, and then I had to go on Wikipedia to figure out if that was actually true. But I think I was thinking of Talladega Nights when there's like the annoying little kids of his rival. It was something about Spider Monkey. They're talking about a Spider Monkey, and I think the whole idea is like spider monkeys are just crazy. They're all over the place, right? And so I started reading about the Spider Monkey. I just thought it was a good hook, right? That's it. I thought it was a kind of a funny headline because, first of all, the most important part about the email is the headline. Just get them to open it, right? If the email is not open, it does you no good. Okay. So first of all, you just want a funny, engaging hook. And my mind is kind of divergent all over the place. And so if I get a little harebrained idea, I just go with it and I try and support it. So even if you're like, okay, how do I connect with what I'm selling, which is actually something valuable, helpful, the speak up with confidence event, right? How do you tie that to some sort of crazy harebrained idea? Well, sometimes I think it takes a little research. So for me, I just had this idea about the Spider Monkey. Spider monkeys all over the place. They're wiry, they're resourceful, right? Climbing up in trees, do what needs to get done. And so I started reading about spider monkeys, and I found out that they actually are very loud, right? And in the forest, they're known for just being very noisy animals, right? So this, I don't know what sound a spider monkey makes. I'm sure it's horrible. And that if I lived in a place with a lot of spider monkeys, I would probably hate them. But my point is, my point is that in email communication, we assume that if we send an email, people are actually going to read it. Well, that's falsehood number one. Okay, let me show you some actual stats.
And you just found out it from your own tribe.
Right. Yeah. And I don't fault anyone. I mean, I got a ton of emails unopened, unread, right? I think I have like 1,000 in my inbox of just because I'm always subscribing to stuff. I'm a student of marketing, right? So I have the mindset of I want to be marketed to. And sometimes that's to my detriment because I buy things I shouldn't. But yeah, so the idea with the spider monkey approach to email, it's like you got to be really loud, right? And you have to be repetitive until people get your attention, right? If you're a spider monkey and you want that piece of fruit, right, and you're arguing with your friend, like your other friend spider monkey, you're going to be loud, you're going to be in their face, and you're going to do it takes to get done, okay? And so just sending an email once a month to your list that you've spent a lot of time and money to, that's not spider monkey, right? That's like, what's another? That's sloth. That's sloth email follow-up, okay? You know, sloths are not known for their productivity and their wealth building, right? Put a sloth against a spider monkey and tell them to go make money. Who's going to win?
Spider monkey.
Spider monkeys.
Spider monkey.
But
There
who's
you go.
going to be
Okay.
comfortable?
Well, I don't. Okay, you got me there.
Oh,
But
Comfortable and poor.
my point is, we are in a fight for people's attention online. All right. Hey, this analogy is actually really working. So we are in a fight for people's attention online. Even if we're doing face-to-face sales or going to the local chambers of commerce, like there's a ton of people who are looking for other people's business, right? Especially if we're in a competitive niche. All right. So if we're gonna have the sloth email approach where we send one email a month, if that, maybe, right? No, that's not going to work. I'm sending one email a week right now. That's not enough. I need to be sending 3, 4, 5, 6 emails a week just to stay top of mind, just to let people know that I'm the king of the jungle, so to speak, right? And I have 100 people on my email list, but I have 6 people sitting here with me, myself included, okay? I'm super glad to have you guys here, but my point is that I could be doing better in terms of the intensity and the noise and the frequency of my email follow-up, okay? Now, Afra and I are going through a email masterclass with Frank Kern, and let me see if I can find some of Frank's emails. You want to see Spider Monkey email?
That spider monkey email is really good. It's just that it came in last night, and by that time I'd shut down. So, and this morning I was too late to get into my emails.
I said
That's another thing with email. People miss it, right? So you have, like, they just miss your email. It's not that they're not interested in you or that they're not gonna buy. Like, they just miss it.
When I get emails that are 4 and 5 times a week, I unsubscribe. It's too much because the mailbox is too full. Once a week with a good headline, I'll probably take a quick look in. I've been subscribing to Tut from the Universe for years, and I always open that one because it's very short. It's just a little quick quote for the day of, hey, Sandra, you're doing blah, blah, blah. Few of them I save. Mostly I read, delete, and it's gone.
I mean, there's different schools of thought, definitely. But in a direct response world where we're trying to get people to take action and buy our stuff, we kind of, in my opinion, need to be a little louder. Now, if you want a newsletter that's informative, kind of like a weekly edition, I think that's a different approach. As opposed to, I have something to sell, I want you to buy it. Okay. So let me share with you my screen here.
And even with that, I buy way too much. But I still buy it quickly and unsubscribe when it's too much. Oh, wow.
All right. Are you guys seeing my screen here?
Yep, we see it.
All right. Look at Frank here. Okay. All right. So June 5th, 6, 4 in one day. June 13th, 2. June 15th, 2. June 16th, 1. June 17th, 2. June 18th, 3. So on average, 2 to 3 emails a day.
Wow.
Okay. All right. And if you'll notice, it kind of has a cadence to it. Well, first of all, they're kind of really hooky headlines, right? And then he has kind of like a deadline sequence. This expires tomorrow. Don't be left behind. Deadline, last call, right?
And the need your help. Yeah. The need your help is in that sequence too, I think.
Yeah.
Because they said, really, like, why didn't you respond? I need to know. Like, it's another last kick at the cat.
I think that's actually a different offer.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Last call, new, right? So everything has a little, story, a little bit of copy. Oh, well, that's just a Zoom email. And then look here, after all this stuff, I finally bought something. All right. So
works.
Yeah.
It works.
yeah. All right. So, the idea is that, and he talks about in his class, he has something called the offer sequence, where after they opt in, it's a 7-day sequence that has 2 emails the first day, 2 emails the second day, 2 emails the third day, and then 1 email a day times 3 days. So that's 2, 4, 6. That's 9. Wait, no, 10. Is that 10 emails? I can't do math. Right. And so, yeah. So in my framework, the MVM flywheel, we're going to publish, right? We're going to capture, and then we're going to nurture. And so that first time we capture their information, if we want to self-liquidate, meaning get them to pay for the ads and the acquisition costs, like we really kind of need to take this aggressive approach. And even if if this isn't your style, which I can appreciate, that initial opt-in, we really need them to pay for that, right? Because that gives us our money to scale. Now, we could sell something right up front, an ebook or a course or something like that. But then again, we're going to get less emails into our funnel that way. It's not a bad way to do it. But if
Don't
we're going
you get
to
better ones in that way, though? Haven't you filtered out the time?
Yes and no. I mean, there's been plenty of coaches and consultants that I've bought from that I didn't necessarily come in through a book, right? I don't think it's a hard and fast rule, honestly. Because everyone's at a different stage. So just because I'm not ready to buy today doesn't mean I'm a good customer, right? You're trying to sell me your book or your course or something, and I'm not interested in that, but you should say, hey, I have a little free training. Maybe it's just a different hook. Like the angle of your book, I'm not necessarily interested in. Like I'd be a good fit for your program, perhaps, or what your core offer is. So I don't think there's a hard and fast rule. I think you need a variety of offers, right? You need more offers to try and attract more people. And if you think of an offer, a front end offer as essentially a bait, right? And you're trying to catch different fish, right? You can catch the mahi and the tuna. Maybe they like a different bait, but they're both good fish. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah. So I'll show you a little tangible example from my own ClickFunnels account. And I'm still working out the kinks, but I'm trying to implement this. And so I have a lead magnet I'm running traffic to right now. You still see my screen okay?
Yep.
All right, so this is a lead magnet called Financial Intimacy. And it's just a little download about how to stop arguing about money with your spouse. Okay, click it, pop, click pop, and then goes to a thank you page. And then we're pitching this course. Okay, thank you. And then immediately we're asking for the sale. All right. We're trying to deliver value. The PDF is helpful. And then the call to action on the PDF is buy the book. All right, goes to this landing sales page here, which Afra is helping us rewrite. Thank you. Right, and then we have, so that triggers a follow-up funnel. And right now, so the path to financial intimacy lead magnet is 5 steps. Now I see that there's like a problem with my email deliverability. So like you always got to keep your eye on things because stuff breaks. And I don't know what's going on with this. So, but yeah, so the initial email opt-in has about a 7% click-through rate. The second one has 3%. So You know, you really, I mean, I need to add about 5 more emails to this and fix the deliverability to really make this a true offer sequence. But yeah, that's the whole premise of the lead magnet, is to get them to buy the course, right? And another funnel I'm running track. So I've had one sale, and it was pretty exciting because financial intimacy. So we were selling a $7 thing, and I was looking at it and I go, you know, this is actually pretty valuable. I'm underselling this. So we sold it for $97, and then we had a $200 one-time offer, and then we got $294. Now, so the problem that I'm trying to fix is not a problem, or what I'm going after. My goal is to, you know, get 5% of the people that download that thing to buy this course. Okay. And so in order to achieve that, I think I just need to be aggressive, right? I can't be sloth about it. I can't be holding my hand out, you know, hoping something happens, right? Got to be aggressive. So it's going to take a lot of emails and a lot of follow-up to push them into the sales page, remarketing, like the whole thing. And so, you know, the main takeaway I want to leave with you today is, if you're going to capture their email and you want to scale, okay, we need to get them to cover that acquisition cost. Okay. And so having a very thorough, semi-aggressive follow-up, I think in today's busy online world, is one of the only ways to do it. So, because if you can crack it, right, then you unlock free traffic, unlimited leads for life, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that. That makes sense, because I myself, I've gotten stuck in the awareness stage. I've gotten stuck in, you know what I'm saying, just the, hey, here I am, and not knowing how to follow up, to bring them on in, so I can direct them in any way that they want to go. So basically, it's like I got people standing outside the building looking in, but nobody's coming in talking to the receptionist about knowing what floor they need to go up on, you know what I'm saying, so we can actually do some business together.
Now that was great simplicity, Ray.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the analogy you want to look for in the other.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Cool. All right. So
So-
real quick, takeaways. Afra, what's your takeaway today?
Well, I was taking notes when you were talking about sending emails. So I think that, sure, sending a lot of emails is great, right? You spent a lot of money to get this lead, you finally get this lead, and you obviously want to sell to them to get your acquisition cost. It's a new word for me. I understand it because it costs money to get leads, right?
Mhm.
Because like advertising or whatever. And sending 3 emails a day sounds a little extreme, but if we know who our customer is and our copy on our email is directly talking to them, it's not going to be like I'm on the email list for Alex Catani. She's a copywriter. Every time she sends an email, I get so excited. I just want to go read it because she's directly talking to me, you know, and as long as whatever's in our email is actually valuable to our reader, they'll eventually buy. So being aggressive in emailing, I guess it's not a bad idea, as long as whatever's in the email they actually care about, right?
Yeah, that's good. And just as a reminder, nobody opens every email. So we send 3 emails a
headlines.
day.
Yeah.
They set, like, they read a couple headlines and finally they open one. Like, if you saw how many unread Frank Kearns I had, right? So
Yeah.
it's people are used to getting a lot of emails, right? And nobody reads them all. Okay. And so we send 3, maybe they'll open 1. Like, that's kind of the premise here.
Oh, okay. Now I get that. Okay. Now I know. That's what you were saying about throwing different bait in and eventually they'll bite one. So when you send a lot of emails throughout the day, they might not open all of them, but they'll find one that sounds interesting and then finally click it. And then boom, there's your sale. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I not in a weird way, but I like watching people scroll through email on their phone.
Yeah.
I just like watching human behavior.
Skip. I'm not opening that.
Yeah. And so I was working at the hospital yesterday, and I saw a doctor, very busy doctor. You could even say he's a world-renowned doctor in what he does. And I'm watching this guy scroll through his email, right? And seeing what he was signed up for, like the Yeti newsletter or something like that, the Yeti coolers. And he paused on the Yeti, and like he's like swiping through emails, delete, and Yeti opens up, and he's like looking at it, kind of reads it a little bit, and then he deletes it. Right? I'm like, okay, so Yeti is getting this, doctor who's world-renowned, published, getting his attention. So I guess my point is, like, I just seeing him.
Is the Yeti a cooler?
Yeah, the really over-indexed,
Okay.
the high-end coolers and tumblers and stuff like that. But my point is that people just swipe through emails. They don't read most of them. And watching him swipe through it super fast, he didn't know I was there. And I wasn't like trying to creep on him. I was just walking by, and I noticed. And then I creeped on him a little bit. I'm like, oh, he's deleting emails. And nobody reads everything. All right. Sorry about that. Sarah, what's your takeaway? We're out of time. Sorry.
I was just going to say, like, there's some people I get emails from that I rarely open their emails, but there's a handful of people that I like reading all their emails. So even if I get one a day, I still want to read it because I value it. So I think the key thing is making sure we're that person where our people want to read our emails. So no matter how many we send, they still want to read them, but bearing in mind, they probably won't read them all. And there was a stat I saw this week, and I need to try and find it, but it was talking about the engagement through email being much higher than engagement on social media. So it was saying that email is still the best way to get clients. Even though people say that is email dead and all that kind of stuff, it's definitely not. So if I can find the stat, I'll share it in the WhatsApp group, because it was, reminded me how powerful email is.
Yeah, good.
Agreed.
All right. Well, we're out of time. Thank you guys so much.
Yes.
Reply back to my email with your July goals. Okay.
Okay.
And you will be entered to win our very illustrious prizes. If you're available, I'd love to see you in an hour. We'll actually workshop some of this stuff. And we will move right along. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Caleb.
Bye,